So today, we're diving headfirst into a battle between two premium travel credit card heavyweights, the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card and the Amex Platinum card. Two cards that are a lot more similar than they are different. However, with the rising annual fees in today's environment and the credits and benefits, a lot of people out there could only choose between one of them. So today, I want to differentiate the cards between 8 specific travel categories, the ones that I feel are the most important for anybody picking a premium travel credit card. Between these 8, hopefully you can follow along and judge based on your own travel experience what card may be the most valuable choice for yourself. This is going to be a fun one, so here we go. Now, I can't wait to face these two cards off against each other. They're both expensive but powerful credit cards, and I hope this video helps you not make a mistake that you'd regret later on. First, I want to let you know where I'm coming from. When I compare these cards across the 8 categories, I'm taking this from the stance of the perspective of a frequent to moderate traveler. That would be someone who travels 5 to 6 times a year, maybe with someone else along, and these could be big trips and they also could be small weekend getaways. I will share what I think is the most advantageous card for each category based on that type of person. Your mileage may vary, so factor in with a grain of salt on each category if you travel more or less. And of course, I'll be keeping track of the score as we go, and we'll tally up an overall winner. And one hint, we may have a winner here in the categories, but I feel very passionately about one of these cards over the other, and I may just explain why I'm going a different direction than what the final scoreboard says. So with that being said, let's start off with category 1, comparing the annual fees. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve card charges a $650 annual fee to hold it, and the Amex Platinum, it's up to $695. Now, just a little bit of looking forward on both of these cards, there are rumors that Amex is considering creating a super premium Delta card. Currently, the Reserve card is at the top of the food chain, but could something else be coming in the next few years? We'll have to wait and see. As for the Platinum card, it's Amex's most expensive card to hold. However, even that could go up and up with rumored annual fee changes coming sometime in the future on the Platinum. Now, an annual fee is just a starting point, and I will go deeper into the credit setups on both of these cards as we go on. The SkyMiles Reserve offers a few big credits that total up to hundreds of dollars in value to help work away on that annual fee, whereas the Platinum card claims to offer over $1,500 in value every single year just in what it provides. Because we're just focused on the starting point here, the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card takes category number 1. Next, let's flip over to sign-up bonus, one of the most underrated and mathematically valuable pieces of getting any credit card is locking in a top tier sign-up bonus. Now, the Delta Reserve has typically been offering anywhere from 80 to 110,000 SkyMiles these days for about $6,000 of spend in 6 months on the card. If I'm going for this card, I wouldn't personally take anything less than 100,000 SkyMiles when I go and apply. As for the Platinum card, we've seen up to 175,000 membership rewards points, which is an incredible amount of membership rewards points, and I personally wouldn't settle for anything less than 150 when I look at the Platinum card. Now, while you might think on the surface that, hey, 110 is much less than 150 or 175, and the decision to go with the Platinum card is quite easy on sign-up bonus, that's only part of the story. We have to consider how these points are valued. The Points Guy values Delta SkyMiles at 1.15 cents each. That's because when redeeming SkyMiles on Delta.com for Delta flights, you get an automatic 15% discount on those award bookings. As for membership rewards points, well, you have the Amex portal where a lot of things are valued at 1 cent flat within there. However, if you tap into the vast network of transfer partners, one of which includes Delta, you can get up to 2 cents a point or even more on some of those nicer international redemptions. That's why the Points Guy values Amex membership rewards points at 2 cents each. And if you just take those values at their face value, the sign-up bonuses in total become worth around $1,100 on the SkyMiles Reserve and over $3,500 when redeemed for top transfer partners on the Platinum card. Those are both nuts, but the Platinum card blows the SkyMiles card away and takes category number 2. Now let me give you one pro tip before we move on. Amex has introduced family language on both of these cards for about the past few years. Family language essentially means that if you want to get each sign-up bonus on a set of family cards, you need to start at the lower annual fee and work your way up card by card to get them all. For example, you can't start for the SkyMiles Reserve and get that sign-up bonus, and then apply to a lower SkyMiles card like the SkyMiles Gold and also qualify for that bonus. You have to work from lower all the way up to higher, and the same thing applies for both of these cards that we talk about today. Let's look at category 3, point earnings. The SkyMiles Reserve, well, it's simple to track. It earns in 2 ways. One, you'll get 3x on Delta purchases, and then you'll get 1x SkyMiles on everything else. One of the simplest premium cards to keep track of, just in any card ever. The AmEx Platinum on the other side is also very simple. You'll earn 5x on flights, even flights booked directly through those airlines, 5x on prepaid hotels through the Amex travel portal, and a flat 1x back on everything else. From a big picture perspective, both of these cards aren't great earners. I always recommend complementing either of them with a simple 2% or more cashback card on all non-category purchases, or integrating them as part of a bigger wallet setup, which you can learn a lot more about on this channel as to how to build one of those out effectively. Still, the 5x on direct flights through the Amex Platinum is really clutch. You'll get to keep status no matter what airline you're booking for, and 5x points is really valuable, especially considering you're earning membership rewards points. In my mind, the winner is clear, and the Platinum card takes the points earning category. Now, one helpful tip, if you've got any American Express membership earning rewards point card, I'd encourage you to look at the link below and cash in a free $30 when downloading and starting to utilize Rakuten. With Rakuten, you'll get additional cash back, or with an Amex card, you can earn membership rewards points, and that's just additional earnings on top of your base earnings level whenever you shop online at partner websites. It's completely free and one of the easiest ways to stack additional value out of any credit card. Now, I want to dive a little further into point value in category number 4. Like I said, the points guy values Delta SkyMiles at 1.15 cents each, and I'll show you why. When you have any card above the Delta Blue card, that's the Delta Gold, Delta Platinum, and Delta SkyMiles Reserve, one of the ingrained benefits on that card is 15% off award bookings. Most Delta flights that you'll find out there are valued at a clean 1 cent each when booked without a specific Delta card. So adding a 15% discount to that makes those SkyMiles worth, when booking on those cards, about 1.15 cents each. Now, this is not a hard and fast rule. Sometimes you will find value pockets. For example, a round trip flight between Atlanta and Denver, Delta would charge $357. If you're paying SkyMiles and you were to book without the 15% discount, Delta would charge 31,700 miles for that flight, and with the 15% discount, it only costs 26,900 miles. Using our handy cent per point calculator, which you can find at rdguaranteed.com/guides, that equates to a 1.09 cent per point value without the takeoff 15. And then when you book that with a Delta card and get that 15% boost, well, that's a 1.28 cent per point valuation. Not a bad redemption whatsoever. Now, Amex membership rewards points have differing values, like I shared a little bit before, depending on what you most want to redeem them on. For example, flights within the portal are 1 cent a piece. This is a set pegged value for any flight that you're booking, no matter what class, inside of Amex's travel portal. If you're into booking hotels, be careful. Amex pegs those at 0.7 cents a point each. Same valuation there with rental cars as well. Of course, when you look at transfer partners, and Amex has a big list, that's where you start to find the outsized value and why the points guy pegs Amex membership rewards points at 2 cents a piece. With Amex, I wouldn't recommend spending a ton of time inside the portal. It's not a fun place to be, and you're getting worse value than you could be. However, if you're willing to spend the time working transfer partners and learning a little bit more about the credit card game to do so, it'll be well worth your while. And even if you recoup just most of the 2 cents a point value that the points guy says you can get, you're still significantly beating out the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card, and that means this category goes to the Amex Platinum. All right, let's do a score update. The Platinum card just ripped off 3 straight categories in a row, now going up 3-1 over the SkyMiles Reserve. Is there some sort of a comeback to be made here for the Reserve card? Let's move on and we'll see how this plays out next. Category number 5 is such a big one for so many people out there. And that is, of course, lounge access. Let's start by looking at the Delta SkyMiles Reserve. The SkyMiles Reserve includes lounge access to Delta Sky Clubs. You get 15 visits a year, and that becomes unlimited if you spend $75,000 a year on your SkyMiles Reserve. You get 4 guest passes included with those 15 visits. And once those guests run out, your guests are coming into the lounge at an additional $50 a person. Centurion lounge access is also included in the SkyMiles Reserve card, but for lounge access on both of these lounges, you have to be booking a Delta flight in at least a standard economy ticket on your trip through the airport. Now, I have to admit, on the other side, I kind of still view the Platinum card as the king for lounge access. That's because the quality and the quantity of the lounges that the Platinum card gets you into is far superior to any other premium credit card out there. Even with the Platinum card, you can access Delta Sky Club lounges. You get 10 visits a year. The only negative about the Platinum card is there are no free guest access passes anymore. Guests come in at $50, just like the SkyMiles Reserve card. If you're going for lounge access, especially if you travel by yourself, the winner is also very clear. That would be the Platinum card here in this category. Let's look at category number 6, credits and benefits. This is one of the most important, if not the most important category of all of the ones we'll talk about today. The credits and benefits on a premium card are what make the card worth it or make it completely a waste of money. After all, you're paying over $600 just to hold the card. So let's see what we get out on both cards and what they can really do for us. The Delta Reserve gets you $240 in Resi credits, broken down into $20 statement credits each month. You'll get $200 in Delta Stays credits, $120 in TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, $120 in Rideshare, broken down monthly, Hertz President Circle status, a complimentary upgrade list, Takeoff 15 that we talked about before, a big one, an annual companion certificate that kicks in after your first year holding the card, your first checked bag free, cell phone protection, and you also get boosted medallion qualifying dollar head starts and earnings rates on the Reserve. On the other hand, the Platinum card gives you its own laundry list of credits and benefits. You'll get a $200 hotel credit, a $240 digital entertainment credit, $155 for a Walmart Plus membership, $200 in airline incidental credits, $200 in Uber Cash, broken down monthly, $199 for a Clear Plus membership, $100 in Saks, broken down semi-annually, $120 TSA PreCheck credit, Marriott Gold Elite status, Hilton Honors Gold Elite status, and Hertz, Avis, and National Rental Car status. Now, how easy or difficult is it to use these benefits? Well, your mileage may vary, but let me break it down how I see this for a moderate to frequent traveler. In summary, when I look at the Platinum card benefits, you see benefits that are scattered every single which way. You've got overlapping benefits like a Clear credit and also a TSA PreCheck credit in there, which essentially do the same thing. You have random credits like a Walmart Plus membership and a Saks Fifth Avenue credit, and then you also get thrown in a digital entertainment credit. The Platinum card is branded as a lifestyle card, and certainly some of these do enhance your lifestyle, whereas other credits feel just totally random and are products that you never think you'd use. In fact, I made an entire video on the downfall of how Amex presents and pitches their value in their credit cards to potential card members. I'd highly encourage you to watch that for a more full breakdown on how valuable these credits really are after you're done with this one. On the other side, I look at the Delta Reserve and it's got not quite as many credits, but I like these credits a little bit more because I feel that they're focused around creating a travel experience that you can actually use. First of all, you have rideshare credits, which is something that's very frequent when touching down at an airport. You've got a Delta Stays credit, which can be used all in one swipe. And of course, that's going to go towards hotel stays, another travel essential. The first check bag free just makes sense, as well as a companion certificate once a year can pack some major value if you like to travel with a partner. It's a little hard to explain, but I think a lot of you out there can feel where I'm coming from when you hear me say that the Reserve credits are a little more focused and potentially beneficial for a certain type of person. Of course, I don't want to speak for you, but I picked the Reserve card in this category, and I want you to think about how these credits could be best used in your own life. All right, just a quick score update with the Reserve taking that last category. We've got the Platinum at 4 and the Reserve card at 2, with just 2 categories to go. Let's look at category 7, Authorized Users. If you're traveling with others constantly, like I try to do as much as possible with my wife, considering an Authorized User card may be in play for you as well. The Delta Reserve card Authorized Users cost $175. You'll get the same Sky Club and Centurion Lounge access as the main card holder, as well as 20% off in-flight savings. As for the Platinum card, you're looking at $195 annually for an Authorized User. You'll get that same lounge access as an original card holder, the TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit, and the Marriott and Hilton Elite statuses. You'll also get to duplicate the car rental status. I think it's a rather clear winner here. The Platinum card just packs in more benefits for that Authorized User, and it's only about a $20 difference, which it's more than made up for within those benefits. Finally, we're on to our last and what I consider our most important category, which is category number 8, sustainability. I define sustainability as your experience and value you get in holding a credit card after the second, third, and fourth years. It's all fun and games when you get that first credit card, the sign-up bonus comes in and you've got tons of points to spend and you're tapping into everything all at once. However, what matters maybe just as much is picking credit cards that can bring you value for the long run. One of my favorite exercises to play when calculating sustainability is a fun game called Can We Get to Zero, where I essentially take the annual fee, throw some rough numbers that I value the benefits at, and see if you can cross below zero where a card returns to you value every single year. Let's do this for the SkyMiles Reserve. It's got a $650 annual fee. I value the $240 in Resi credits at roughly 25% of what they offer, so $60 there. The $200 for Delta Stays credits at full valuation. The $120 to TSA PreCheck or Global Entry because it lasts 5 years at $24 a year. The $120 in rideshare at a half valuation of $60. $382 for the companion certificate because that's the average flight cost of a round trip ticket in the United States. $210 towards the first check bag free, assuming 3 round trips a year and checking a bag each time. And when you total that up, that comes to a negative $286.25 effective annual fee. Plus, you still have some benefits that are hard to put a dollar amount on, like the lounge access, takeoff 15, and complimentary upgrade list status, and potential for complimentary seat upgrades. Let's take a look at the Platinum card. Again, $695 to start. Can we get down to zero? I don't put any value on the $200 hotel credit. That only applies to a limited range of select properties with certain booking conditions, meaning most people probably aren't going to have stayed there in the first place. For the digital entertainment credit, I will give that a full $240 in value. I figure there are a significant amount of people that are paying for those streaming services to begin with. The Walmart Plus credit of $155, even as a Walmart loyalist myself, still, I can't bring myself to give that any value because I don't think that most people are in the same boat that I'm in and would consider a Walmart Plus membership to begin with. I give the full $200 value to the airline incidental credit, half value to the $200 in Uber Cash, $24 in value to the Clear Plus credit because that's essentially the same as a TSA PreCheck membership, and it's what we gave the Reserve for that one on their side. $0 to the Saks Fifth Avenue credit. Again, who was shopping at Saks before they got the Platinum card? Another $24 for the TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit. And when you sum all of that out, it comes down to a $107 effective annual fee, meaning I wasn't on the surface able to pull enough value out of the Platinum card's annual fee to bring that beneath zero and return money back in my pocket. Now, again, there's a lot of experiential and non-quantifiable benefits. The hotel status at Marriott and Hilton, the best possible lounge access in the game, and the rental car status are all real things that you probably will get value from that I just don't feel comfortable putting a dollar figure to in today's video. When you work the numbers, the winner in this category is the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card. Now, let's take a look at the overall breakdown. The clear winner, category by category, is the AmEx Platinum, coming out on top 5-3. For some of you, that may be enough, but I hope as I was going through, you started to think when I was talking out the differences that there are some categories that you really care about and others that you could care less about that just don't impact your life as a traveler looking for a premium travel credit card. That's why the beauty of this game is that what works for the general person may work better or it may work worse for you. We all get to create our own credit card setups. Now, to give you a bit of insight into how I view both of these cards, even though I just made this entire video where the Platinum card showed up on top in an objective comparison of 8 travel categories, I still like the SkyMiles Reserve card better. That's because I put my highest emphasis on sustainability. And despite the huge sign-up bonus, the best-in-class lounge access the Platinum has, and all of the different benefits and credits, I feel that I could get more focused value from the Reserve card, and it's going to do a better job of what I intended to do, which is creating a great experience around flying, specifically on Delta. I'm not opposed to bigger wallet setups where you bring in a card like the Reserve card and maybe a less expensive general premium travel credit card like the Capital One Venture X to cover out some of the gaps the Reserve card is missing. I still think it's a potential big headache to track down all of the benefits on the Platinum card, and while I can see a lot of value there, for me, at this point in my credit card journey, it's just not worth it yet. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to the channel and check out other content that I make. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.